Now, what does this mean? So keeping an optimistic framework just goes into keeping a positive attitude or just having positive self-affirmations. I remember when I had started business and I really started to tap into the whole self-development world, this one shift in my mindset allowed me to keep going when I thought none was possible. I remember a countless amount of times to just trust the process even when I had achieved nothing and seen zero results. As humans, it's natural for us to constantly worry and to deal with negative thoughts, but by filling it up with positive, healthy affirmations, this is what can allow you to keep going when things get tough or when you're unable to keep up with some of the earlier habits that I even mentioned. Now, it's important to know that self-affirmations, like just doing this, is not going to make you a multimillionaire overnight, but by backing the good, positive affirmations with dedicated hard work, I believe that you can set yourself up for a journey of success. Now, I'm sure everyone has felt flow before. This could happen to you when you're playing a video game and all of a sudden you realize like 3 hours have passed by and you had no idea, or you get sucked into reading a book and all of a sudden a lot of time has flown by. Getting to this state is going to lead to higher output, a higher quality of work, and it can give you a sense of clarity on what needs to be accomplished, and it also makes whatever activity you're doing much more pleasurable. Now, if you're able to take the ability of going into flow state, then putting that something like the work that you do, this is where things start clicking. I realized at a certain point that for me, in order to get into flow state, back when I was living at home with my parents, it was too chaotic in the house, it was too messy that I would have to drive to a Starbucks, I would have to put my noise canceling headphones, I'd have to put on a certain lo-fi playlist, and even things like this. There are triggers that you can create, like chewing gum. Before I'd play a rugby game and I wanted to put myself more in that flow state, I'd always chew a piece of gum. There are sometimes different times when this happens. If you're really tired in the morning, it's going to be harder to enter this state, but maybe towards the end of the night, if you're a night owl, this is when you can find yourself entering it even easier. Now, ladies and gents, I believe being able to go into flow state at your control is actually one of the most powerful tools that you can have. So regardless of whatever work or job or industry you're in, if you're able to stay present and enjoy what you're doing, this will change your life. And if I can only choose one habit out of all the ones that I mentioned, if I can continuously get into flow state, this is the exact habit that I would keep around. This here is huge, and there's actually a ton of great resources on this and a ton of books. If you literally just look up flow state book, you'll find endless amounts. Whether you're an athlete, an entrepreneur, or you're just trying to be a better person, take a look at this because it really is game changing.